Hello YouTube world. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have yet another video which involves stocks and bonds. We'll be going over Vanguard S&P 500, and they're going for $594.97 a share, and they're up 1.91. This company pays a dividend of 1.19. And Vanguard, they're like a investment company, a group of professionals that gets together and invest in what they feel like the top tier companies at any given time, any given moment. And these are the results of their work. So let's just dive right into it. Today is Wednesday, about close to 1 o'clock. And let's see. So basically, how they start off for today. Hello there. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This wonderful graph right here. Green is to buy, red is to sell. And that wonderful line that cuts across the middle between the 594 and the 593 is exactly where you will want to pay attention to. Anything above this middle line and it's green, I would say go on ahead, and if you have a few dollars, to invest in the Vanguard S&P 500. Let's take a look to see what will it do for the rest of the week. And as you can see, it looks like a real good bubble here. Focus on this line that is coming across the middle. And as you can read, from across this middle line, it's all green. Green is to buy, red is to sell. No, I'm not Turkish. I'm actually from out here in the northern hemisphere, North America. But as you can see, green is to buy, red is to sell, and it's above the 589, which is a great thing. But always just look at that middle line right here. That'll definitely let you know how the stock is performing. Now, let's take a look for the rest of the month. Looks real good. As you can see, even with the middle line I was telling you about, right there, this area, it is above, and it goes all the way across. So just imagine like if there was some kind of dot or just another way of reading the charts. This is basically what they're looking at and what is being shared across the internet. But the main objective is, how does the graph read going across this middle line? And that's for all graphs. Let's take a look for the next 3 months. Boom. It has a good pushback right here. A good buying power. Right there, right above the 586. As you can see, it's always this middle line right there that you see. That sort of is a determinant factor. Now, let's take a look for the next 6 months. Even though it's down here, these lines, but this area right here definitely overcomes this small portion, and it cuts across all the way this middle graph here. You see? And that's always a good thing because green is to buy and red is to sell. Always remember that. It could be shown a red going down, right? And you can sell right there on top. But right here, it really don't have no red anywhere. So I wouldn't too much worry about that at the moment. Now let's take a look for the following year. Now these are all predictions, but it's almost accurate, pretty much accurate. Stock market been around for a lot of years. At least about 50, if not more. And as you can see, right, as you know, it's all really what it reads. Whatever that middle line says, it could be anything going on down here. But as long as this is green up top, it's definitely that's pretty much how you read the graph. Just always pay attention to what this middle line says between these graphs, and it's right there. Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look for the next 2 years. And it's mainly right here in this area because from pretty much from top to bottom, you can see exactly like everything that it's going to do or what it's showing you, right? That middle line. It'll never change anywhere, but, for those who don't really understand what the graph is doing, this is one of the best ways to understand. And so, yeah, pretty much this whole back area right there, causes it to have a lot of green, a lot of buying power. Let's take a look for the next 5 years. Now, you know, green is to buy, red is to sell. Now, sometimes had this been like an all red area, I would, been advised like this stock possibly would have been the best one to get into. But as you can see, no matter what time frame we have, it always shows green, which is what we want, always a good thing. For the next 10 years, as you can see, this area right here I said would be the most critical, because it shoots up here, but it's most critical down here, because the buying power and what it's doing it's all in here, because it takes a small dip and there's nothing really on this side, that middle line right here, and then it's up. Let's take a look. Yeah, see? So basically it all goes up here. That's the middle line, right? And all this area right here is pretty much showing great signs, The stock is called Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. ETFs is basically a group of professionals that gets accurate reports about how the stock market is doing, and they pretty much lay out their best resorts of what the stock market is doing, for sure. One more look at something real fast. Yeah, you see S&P doing well, Dow Jones doing pretty well too. In fact, a whole lot is doing well. I would like to say thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep investing.